Hey, Shalom Akim, this is Yabatazah coming back with another video. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahawashi. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, striving for the hopeful elect, enduring all afflictions and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yahawashi Wahabrakah Kodash, Barakatham Akim. I just want to jump into a topic regarding this voting thing that's going on throughout the United States, and the title of the video will be the same ones that vote are the same ones that voted for Barabbas and crucified Yahawashi. Okay, and before I get started in the scriptures, I want to bring out the meaning of that word vote and what word it goes back to, and how it ties into the situation that I'm going to bring out in the scriptures. The word vote is a formal expression or preference for a candidate for office or for a proposed resolution of an issue. Okay, so it said for a proposed resolution for an issue. The act of voting, a means by which such a preference is made known, such as raised hand or a marked ballot, the number of votes cast into election or to resolve an issue. A group of voters alike in some way, the result of an election or referendum. Okay, so I want to go down, basically just get the etymology, and it says right here in the middle, English vowel from Latin valtum, from neuter past participle of to vow. Okay, so the word vote goes back to the word vow. Now let's bring up that word vow. It says an earnest promise to perform a specified act or behave in a certain manner, especially a solemn promise to live and act in accordance with the rules of a religious order. To promise, solemnly pledge. All right, so basically that's what the word vote goes back to. So these same people that are voting, you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, you're the same ones that had lost sight of the spirit of truth. All right, and began to or not begun to, but you've depended on the flesh, on the side of what you can see with your eyes, and men ruling over you and things of this nature, because this has always been a problem, going back all the way to the time of when Moses brought the Israelites out of the wilderness. They wanted to go back to Egypt. A lot of them were murmuring and complaining and things of that nature, and so a lot of these individuals have that same spirit on them. So if we can remember some of these things that they're saying, going back to the word vote, certain things they wanted to be performed, and these things that had fell upon them, and it goes back to a vow. So this vow is upon them, and it's a vow that they had to live and act in accordance with the rules. Okay, so there's a specific scripture that proves what I'm trying to say, that these same people are the ones that had Yahawashi crucified, and they released Barabbas. And Barabbas, well, I'll bring it out. This is Matthew 27:11. And Yahawashi stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, Art thou the king of the Jews? And Yahawashi saith unto him, Thou sayest. And this is Pilate asking him. All right, he's the governor. All right, he says, and when he was accused of the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. Then said Pilate unto him, Hearest thou not how many things they witness against thee? And he answered him to never a word, and so much the governor marveled greatly. Now at that the feast, the governor was wont to release unto the people a prisoner whom they would, and they had then a notable prisoner called Barabbas. Okay, so basically when you go into the story, or not the story, but the account of Yahawashi being put to death, is how basically this was a vote. They were voting on who they wanted to be released, though they already had agreed with each other on who they wanted. Okay, just like in today's elections, they already know who they're going to choose. They already know who they want to put in office. They already know who's going to win. You know, there's no secret. They're not going to completely just let the people rule and govern, you know. So they already knew who they wanted, and they wanted Barabbas when you go into the account. So it says in verse 17, therefore when they were gathered together, Pilate saith unto them, whom will ye that I release unto you? Right? So he asked them a question, and they said Barabbas. Or he said Barabbas or Yahawashi, which is called Hamashiach. For he knew that for envy they had delivered him. So he asked them a question, who do y'all want? Verse 19, when he was set down on the judgment seat, his wife sent unto him, saying, have thou nothing to do with this just man? For I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. So all this that happened in this time has had a great effect on the people, okay, through this very time right now. That's why a lot of Israelites are blind, you know, and they cannot see it because the heinous crimes that they have committed, man, you know. So this woman, you know, Pontius Pilate woman had a dream of Yahawashi. It was basically telling her, hey man, leave this man alone. All right. Verse 20, but the chief priests and the elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Yahawashi. You see, so they already knew who they wanted, and they were gonna do their convincing. It's like corruption. You know, you got honest people that want to select a man that seems honest, but those individuals that are corrupt will go and threaten those that have no dealing with them, and pay them off or threaten them with their life, that if they vote for this individual, that they're going to be put to death. So they better vote for who they want in office. You know what I'm saying? Like the way the mafia got down, you know, or the cartels, they do the same thing. It says, verse 21, the governor answered and said unto them, whether or the twain will ye that I release unto you? They said Barabbas. You see, so they made a vote. They voted for the carnal man. They voted for Satan, the adversary. Okay, whether it be of their own people or not, he's still a criminal. You know, and they rather have the good destroy, which was Yahawashi. You know, which is the son of Yahawashi. Now, when you go into the word Barabbas, it means the son of the father. Okay, who's the father of him? Satan, man. That's who their father is. That's why when you go into let me see, Salakia. Let me get it out right here in the scriptures. That's why when you go into the book of John, and John 8:44, it says, you are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abide not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Right? So let me go into that word Barabbas, or that name, okay, to show you that they chose Satan, man. They chose the god of this world. The outline of biblical usage, Barabbas, the son of a father or master. You see? So who is their master and father? Satan, man, the devil. Okay? It's all spiritual. Okay? It's like Esau, he's a murderer, you know, a thief, you know, and a robber, man. For what does the scripture say? That the thief cometh but to kill, steal, and destroy, you know, or the devil, right? So it says, Pilate saith unto them, what shall I do with Yahawashi, which is called Hamashiach? They all say unto him, let him be crucified. And the governor said, why? What evil hath he done? But they cried out the more, saying, let him be crucified. You see, when Pilate saw that he could not prevail, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. So he was like, cool. I mean, he was like, all right, man, y'all gonna get what y'all want. Verse 25, then answered all the people, which were the Israelites, and said, his blood be on us and on our children. So that vow, they made a vow unto themselves, just like they voted. That word vote goes back to a vow. So they made a vow, a promise, saying, let his blood be on us and our children. So that's why you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, a lot of you 2/3 are blinded from the truth, because of the heinous crimes, the acts that you have committed against the men of the Lord, against Yahawashi, Yahawashi, man. You chose the world, you chose Satan, you chose the devil, you chose Esau, the heathens, versus the spirit, versus your own kindred that were striving for the truth. Okay? So the same ones that vote today are the same ones that voted for Barabbas and had Yahawashi crucified, man. Okay, so let me go into, let's see here. You know what? Let me skip that because they chose Barabbas. So let's go to the book of John, chapter 19, and then start at verse 8. It says, and when Pilate therefore heard that saying, he was the more afraid, and went again into the judgment hall, and saith unto Yahawashi, whence art thou? But Yahawashi gave him no answer. Because again, it's just going into how Pilate, was questioning Yahawashi, and how he was hearing the accusations that the Pharisees and the scribes were bringing to him regarding Yahawashi, and how they wanted him dead, and that was according to their custom, to the laws, that he was to be put to death because he claimed that he was a son of the Most High, right? So that's what that was their accusation. Verse 10, then saith Pilate unto him, speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee and have power to release thee? Yahawashi answered, thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given from thee, from above. Therefore he that delivered me unto thee had the greater sin. Right? That's why it says in let me bring it out right here in the book of Jeremiah. Let's see. Jeremiah 17:1, the sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron and with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the table of their heart and upon the horns of your altars. Remember when they said that let his blood be upon our head and our children's? So that's that vow. That's what they have that greater sin, man. Verse 12, and from thenceforth Pilate sought to release him, but the Jews cried out, saying, if thou wilt let this man go, thou art not Caesar's friend. Whosoever maketh himself a king speaketh against Caesar. You see that? So it's like us, we're coming in the name of Yahawashi, Yahawashi, the king of the whole universe, the earth, the world, everything. He rules in the kingdoms of men, right? These same people are back today saying that we are a threat, a problem, and they had to be stopped. Just like Yahawashi, they thought they were going to stop Yahawashi. They're saying that we're not a friend of the of this current system, this rulership, and we're not, but that's a risk that we're taking. That's a risk that Yahawashi took, and everybody knew that, though he followed the laws, the regulations to a certain extent there in his time, that was according to what Caesar needed, but he gave what his father needed. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh. So these wicked Israelites said that if he let him go, he's not a friend of Caesar. So they put fear in Pilate. Verse 13, it says, when Pilate therefore heard that saying, he brought Yahawashi forth and sat him down in the judgment seat in the place that is called the pavement, but in the Hebrew, Gabbatha. And it was the preparation of the Passover, and about the 6th hour. And he saith unto the Jews, behold your king. But they cried out, away with him, crucify him. Pilate saith unto them, Shall I crucify your king? The chief priest answered, We have no king but Caesar. You see that? When the scriptures clearly tell you not to have any heathen ruling over you, right? But they rather have this Edomite, this heathen, rule over them. They said, we have no king but Caesar, man. So they made a vote. They vowed that his blood, they kill innocent blood to be upon them, which means they ain't never going to be exempt from that. They will be put to death. You will be blinded from the truth. You will buck up against the truth. You will be part of that number of a 2/3. Okay? So basically, I just wanted to bring this out, man, to show brothers how voting and these people that are voting for these men, these blind leaders, these blind guides, are really the same people that voted Yahawashi to be put to death, basically. This is Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 14. It says, When thou art come unto a land which the Lord thy power giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy chose, one from among thy brethren, thou shalt set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee which is not thy brother. You see? And that's exactly what they did. You know, they rather have a heathen rule over them, just like today. You know, they rather have these heathens, these blind guys, these blind leaders that don't have the spirit of Yahawashi. No truth is in their body. You know, that are basically carnal. You know, and earthly. They're not heavenly, spiritually individual leaders. You know. So they're the ones that are doing the proper work, the true work for Yahawashi, all right, are the ones that are voting against, and they want to be put to death as they did Yahawashi. But on this go around, we're gonna the elect are gonna thrive, and they're gonna be redeemed from Yahawashi from above, who they crucified, and they're gonna see him in all his glory, and they're gonna mourn and wail, you know, because they didn't keep the vows keep the vows that they had made unto Yahawashi in the time of Mount Sinai with Moses. All right, so I just wanted to bring out these points here in the account of Yahawashi and how they